along.
The first ever shot of Willy jumping in the air was reused several times throughout this trilogy. Also, if you watch the other two movies, you'll see that exact same ship in the distance. Stalking. Also, the whales forgot to issue those restraining orders.
Hey, there he is at 1 o'clock! Let's get behind him!
Humans, man. Humans are bad. Orca stealth mode initiation. Or sex. Try jumping over the net, Willy. We already saw you do quite a few awesome jumps, so I'm sure you can do this. But who am I kidding? The story wouldn't exist then. Sorry, Willy. We gotta catch our movie. It's on pay-per-view. The net was considerably smaller in the previous shot. Cake hijacking. Because I don't get any. Cake with hot sauce. There's only one guy I know crazy enough to do that. Where did all the skateboarders go? Also, how did the cops know that these kids would be at this exact skate park at this exact moment? There are some people that wonder what the fate of those other two kids are. I'm just gonna go on a limb and say they turned a corner and fell to their deaths. End of story. But why not the other way? Aren't you trying to keep the volume down? Why kick and break glass? Random vandalism, and this would definitely prove that you guys were around here.
Harry?
In the short amount of time Jesse sprayed the door while Perry sprayed the Orca viewing room, there's no way Jesse would be able to call for Perry and he couldn't hear him. Ah, thunder, one of the ultimate jump scare dicks. How did Jesse not see that cop in front of him? Sure, he had his head turned before he got caught, but before that he was looking where he was going and would have been able to spot that cop, considering those stands don't exactly have a place to hide.
Nobody's heard from your mom in 6 years, Jesse.
This is something I never got about the Free Willy movies. Why did Jesse's mom abandon him? How come she never wanted to be found? All we know is she hadn't been heard from in 6 years for some reason, she abandoned Jesse for some reason, she gave birth to that Elvis kid for some reason, and eventually died. For some reason.
Yeah, and I decided that I wanted a second career as a journalist. I'm a teacher.
Annie's career story. Best bedroom ever, I'll give them credit for that. Did Willy hear that?
Do you know where I can find Randolph?
Yeah, he lives in a cottage right by the water.
Which cottage? There's a lot of freaking cottages.
Well,
Did Randolph seriously have to be a jump scare dick for his introduction? Wasn't this place just filled with workers? F*** you. Seriously. This technique is accomplished in about 0% of progress in removing the paint.
In a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to have a look at Willy.
But it's only been 9 seconds. You said a couple of minutes.
You're that graffiti kid, aren't you? I guess.
What? How did Ray get on the other side of the aquarium? Wasn't she heading for the trainer's room with the seals about 40 seconds ago? Also, how did Ray figure Jesse was the one that vandalized the observation area?
Yeah, boy, I'm making such a great deal on you, you wouldn't believe it.
Sarcasm.
Well, while you're thinking about it, I need you in bed every night by 10 o'clock. And up every morning in time for breakfast.
Typical cliched house rules. Painting. I thought Jesse's probation was to clean up the mess, not repaint after the cleaning.
I'm almost finished with this place.
That's what I'm saying about Cinema Sins 2 expansion. Painting here, but better play the only tune I know on the harmonica and not expect the whale in front of me to be attracted to it.
Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me.
Why? Randolph heard Willy splashing and automatically assumed it was another intruder. Jesse is knocked out from landing on his elbows before hitting the water.
then you're just one lucky little white boy. You like the sound of that better?
Oh, lucky little white boy. Gotta remove a sin for that honesty.
Willie, you won't look at Ray or me. Maybe he sees you.
Maybe, but not 100% confirmed, I guess.
Well, it sounds okay, but days. No more of this sneaking out at night.
All right, I promise I won't.
Unkeepable promises.
All right, it's past your bedtime. I think you should get in the house, son.
Not your son.
This is obviously not in Seattle.
What's up, man?
Harry.
Jesse then immediately punched Perry in the face for the graffiti. About 40 seconds of reaching to touch Willy.
Can you wave?
Jesse asked Willy if he could wave after Willy's been waving for about 5 seconds.
Looks like Willie's got himself a soulmate.
Gay marriage. Orca rejection. Randolph has the I have no idea what I'm doing look.
Nazi Clarnet was a hider who lived a long time ago, before there were orca whales.
Wait, whoa, stop right there. Randolph just said that Nazi Clarnet lived before there were orcas, but earlier in the movie he told Jesse that orcas existed long before man was even a whisper on our Mother Earth. Orca massage. Orca peekaboo.
kid, you took my face!
That's racist. Dinner awkwardness. You were just submerged in the water like 10 seconds ago. How is your hair dry?
You and Annie ever fight?
Jesse wonders if Glenn and Annie ever fight. Probably read ahead of the script.
Just when you think you're starting to get through, starting to make some sense, starting to make a connection, whammo!
Glenn must be talking about Free Willy 4.
What is this, another one of your crusades?
Glenn probably knows I'm sending this right now.
Annie, I'm happy, just you and me.
Damn, you deserve to die for saying that.
Jesse, adults argue sometimes, but that doesn't mean that anybody's gonna get hurt.
Unless you're that one wrestler. You know the one.
Let's go outside and find a baseball. What do you say?
And don't forget to repair the glass damage.
See you, Barry.
We never give a shit about him to begin with. Has anyone else noticed that Jesse's hair gets considerably longer every time he's with Willy and then shorter when he's not?
What you and Ray want cost a lot of money, I have to be sure.
Dogs pee on brick walls?
Dick. Please tell me I'm not the only one that believes they should have closed off the viewing area for the Willy show. Or at least put up a fucking don't tap on the glass sign. Also, fucking kids, man. Kids are bad. There's also adults there just chilling and watching their kids banging on the glass. You see, this is why you don't smoke crack while looking after kids. Fucking kids, man. Couldn't Willy do something to tell Jesse there's a bunch of kids disturbing him at the glass? Like nod toward the viewing area and motion Jesse to follow him to it. Why couldn't Willy have just done that from the start? Eating popcorn while thinking of a devious scheme to make you look more of an asshole.
Jesse!
Where'd you guys come from? You were nowhere to be found about 4 seconds ago and it doesn't look like you guys have been running either.
Didn't look around, didn't slow down, didn't even look in the rearview mirror. That sound like somebody's mama to you?
Jeez, you don't have to be a dick about it.
Come on, get out of here. Go.
If you didn't want to be around Willy, then why'd you bother to sit down by his tank?
See this? It's going bye-bye and it's never coming back.
You f***ing dick.
It's your family.
What a coincidence. What a coincidence.
It's part of the tank.
Rando must have the capabilities of talking in a clear voice without moving his mouth.
Let's free Willy.
Roll credits.
Randolph, did you call the police?
What good would that do?
The police. You just got out of the water. How the hell are you dry?
Oh, hurry, hurry!
I'm hurrying.
Grand Theft Auto. Cat murder.
You see that?
Maybe we should try taking it forward again.
You think? Making out with orcas.
No, I don't know what you want from me. Look, I gotta look out.
Just save the f***ing whale already.
There's a 10-foot length of chain and a winch control behind the seat of the truck. Go and get it.
Behind the seat. The only place we didn't look.
Is now really the time for humor? Driving in the darkness to prove pure evil. Coin whale wash. Scene somehow didn't contain a splash fight.
Let go of my boy!
But that guy already let go of Jesse before you told him to let Jesse go. Yay, he's been freed! Willy's thoughts. Aw, hell nah, I ain't falling for this again.
Come on! You can jump it!
Killer whales only jump over things when they know how deep the water is on the other side. Since Willy doesn't know how deep the water is on the other side, he wouldn't attempt this jump.
Randolph, you ever see him jump that high?
Things can happen.
Yes, things. Things. Of course. Things. Willy looks like he's 20 feet away from the wall, but he is suddenly right in front of it in the next shot.
Gotta hate that whale.
Repeating lines. Wait, didn't we see this part already? This final scene with Willy back with his family is repeated again after the credits roll.